Covenant network is absolute chaos. From what I've been able to piece together, their leadership ordered all ships to abandon Halo when they found the Flood, but they were too late. The Flood overwhelmed this cruiser and disabled it. The Covenant are terrified the Flood will repair the ship and use it to escape from Halo. They've sent in a strike team to neutralize the Flood and repair the ship for immediate departure. I've got a good lock on Captain Key's CNI transponder signal. He's alive, and the implants are intact. There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged reactor. I'll bring us in as close as I can. Oh, I see. The coordinate data needs to be... Right. Sorry.
Jokes.
Yeah, physical comedy. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome. So, I mentioned it last time, but the fact that Cortana only recently located the Pillar of Autumn's crash site after knowing that the Covenant found it in the second mission, like, she can clearly translate what they're saying, because she told us all of that.
Yeah, well, you know,
So...
the plot didn't need her to know where it was yet. We're back here, by the way.
This isn't the Truth and Reconciliation explicitly, but it's the same level.
Yeah.
Closed door.
Don't be a fool. Leave me.
Captain? Captain? I've lost him.
So we're going to ignore the orders of our immediate superior and go into this flood-infested spaceship where our very important shipboard AI that knows the location of Earth and all our troop deployments and, you know, force logistics and, you know, etc. lives in our head. So we can take her and potentially get captured. That seems like a bad idea.
I mean, we've been putting Cortana in many situations where she could potentially be captured. Because, like I said, at the time, pay attention to the fact that, you know, it's important they don't find Earth.
Yep.
Because Bungie certainly didn't.
It's so, you know, we'll get into that. We've only got 2 missions of this game left. And then, of course, taking a look at the remastered. That'll be another video. But they make such a big deal about not wanting the Covenant to ever find Earth.
Analyzing damage. This hole was caused by some kind of explosive. Very powerful if it tore through the ship's hull. All I detect down there are pools of coolant. We should continue our search somewhere else. Warning, threat level increasing. That jump into the coolant is looking better all the time, Chief.
I'll splice in with the rest of her dialogue.
Yeah, sorry about that one.
Let's get out of here and find another way back aboard the ship.
Well, you know, we're here on the ground, we're fighting a bunch of flood. You're really not going to miss anything interesting. The cutscene I skipped that's being spliced back in here, there's all that. And then if you try to hang around there, you get shoved off by just an infinite wave of flood, so that you can't like try and find another way around.
Yep. Sure do. And what's wild about this is, like, we see the ship up here, and, you know, there's no hole that we came from. And the ship is kind of just, like, sitting directly on top of these cliffs. I guess it's... Maybe I should be paying attention. It's implied that, like, the ship is really far above us, I guess, because they had to use a
Let's get
texture
out of
to
here and
represent
find another way
this
back toward
area.
the ship.
But it's literally just down here.
Well, it's not the
We've
first
gone
time
through
we've
hallways
seen... Yeah.
taller than this canyon.
It's not the first time we've seen a funky sense of scale in this game.
No.
At least Bungie are consistent in their inability to comprehend scale. Please stop meleeing me. There we go. I'm dead.
Oh, lovely. So, you know, you might be like, wait a second. This isn't the Truth and Reconciliation. This is an outdoor area. Well, it's effectively indoors because, you know, we don't get any vehicles, we don't go anywhere interesting, there's no wide open areas. But we will be going back into that ship very soon, and we'll see how much of the same level it is.
But in the meantime, we have to run through these canyons while infinite flood spawn on top of us.
Yup.
Swarming us in, you know, an excellent way. You got these elites here that attack you, even though they're being mobbed by flood.
Yeah, oh,
And-
isn't it so cool how the enemies are infighting? They're not.
Yeah.
Once you come into frame, the Covenant drop what they're doing and fight you. And also, I got
We should head
shotgunned
this
to death.
way, towards the ship's gravity.
No, that's okay. They're dropping those potato bombs on me.
Yep.
Ah, see?
Oh, this level
Fantastic shooter design. Yeah, it's bad.
sucks. It also doesn't help that they spawn you with, like, the worst possible weapons for this area. Like, you have a plasma pistol and the assault rifle, which on their own, pretty good against, you know... Plasma pistol's good against the Covenant, the assault rifle's good against the head crabs, but together they don't actually let you fight an overwhelming force of flood very well.
Ah, but you see, reckon they drop in flood with shotguns to give you a better weapon. You just have to take it off them.
Yeah, as evidenced when I was just getting absolutely murdered by 3 of them. Twice in a row.
Isn't this great? Isn't this a great game?
And of course, because we're in, you know, a Covenant-controlled area, good fucking luck finding a health pack.
Diegetic item placement.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah? That's the name of the game. So if you've ever, we're playing on Heroic, if you've ever tried to play through the Halo games on Legendary, they actually vary in difficulty with your games. But in this game, this is one of those stages where you kind of just have to blitz the checkpoints, and we're probably going to actually resort to that now, to be perfectly honest with you, because...
it's ridiculous, because you can see, as soon as we go over that lip, it spawns 3 flood with shotguns. And, like, that's just absolutely unreasonable when you already have an infinite wave of them behind you.
So, we resort to the checkpoint blitz, which is a... Oh yeah, as you come to this choke point, by the way, it spawns 2 more flood with shotguns. It's great.
And again, there's just so much going on. There's so many bullet weapons flying around, you don't have time to get your shields back. Because any damage resets the counter.
Yeah. So remember when I talked about like Doom slaughter maps and Doom maps that have that sort of malicious design to them? This is, again, we're going straight back to this is some malicious shit that we're dealing with right now. Yeah, you're already... I'm out of grenades, so that's on you.
The thing is also, I don't actually know... Yeah, they get spawned in after the fact, so...
You can't even, like, try to hit them off the pass.
knowing that they'll be there doesn't help you, because they don't exist until you cross a line.
Isn't that great? Alright, let's see if we can hit a checkpoint.
You got further than
should
we
head
ever
this
have.
way, towards the ship's gravity lift.
We're not quite there yet. Oh, health pack. Nope.
No. Six carriers.
Yeah. So that's what they're actually called, by the way, flood carriers. I've
Oh,
been
are
calling
they?
them potatoes. Yeah. No, they are. They're called flood carriers.
I know they all have official names, like the head crabs are infection forms, and
Yeah.
the shotgunners are human combat form classification shotgun or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna blitz the choke point. Or are you dead? Oh no. I'm
Not
gonna blitz
yet.
the choke point to get him to spawn. Here we go. There he. Grenade him up.
Well,
If you can.
no, I got shot in the back by a pistol. There's no other way to go.
Yeah.
Like this
No.
is a linear hallway. We have to go this way. Like I said at the beginning of the library, there's a strong argument to be made for playing the second half of this game on easy. Just because it's
Yeah.
not an enjoyable experience otherwise.
And also, you know, bonus points to pile on top. We're playing this in cooperative, so this is actually easier than it would be.
Yeah, we have 2 people with guns, twice the firepower.
Oh, you're trying to bash a flood to death. You should know better.
Yeah, that doesn't work until Halo 2.
Yep. So the other great thing is that, yeah, we're playing in co-op, which makes it slightly easier, but there's so many enemies that if one of us dies, the other just can't respawn.
Yeah.
That's why they're called the Flood, because there's so many of
Oh, they're relentless, and they literally just drop down on top of you. It's
We should head this
scary.
way, towards the ship's gravity lift.
Well, you know, there's a difference between scary and lazy. Like,
shooting.
oh, I guess those guys just
The crash
despawned.
did more
That's-
damage than I suspected. Analyze it.
Hey, we hit a checkpoint.
Coolant
Oh my
leakage rate
god,
is
we made it.
Hey,
The
look,
ship's reactors
2
should already
hunters.
have gone critical.
And they immediately go for us. They're not concerned with the flood actively attacking them. They have to start lobbing fuel rod gun shots at us. It's so terrible.
It's interesting that the Flood don't seem to actually bother them, though.
Yeah.
Like, when you see the Flood, the little football boys attacking the elites, you can see them flinching as if they're being shot. I don't think the hunters can be killed by the Flood unless they're being shot by the combat forms.
Yeah, because they have that, like, weak point where they can only take damage. I
Yeah.
don't think the head crabs can actually target that because they just run up to the entity and pop.
And pop, yeah. Because they're spore-based, except when they're not.
Yeah.
Which is all of the time. Give me that.
You can see they're just crawling out of the water here.
Yeah.
There's...
Which
they're
I
infant-
suppose
there's-
is a shout out to, like, you know, various zombie movies or what have you, but...
I mean, that doesn't make
It's-
it good.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It makes it tedious. The big bombastic
does.
ending of your game should not elicit feelings of boredom and frustration.
Yeah. So, I actually want to bring something up, and it's
Power
like
circuit.
a,
There's the gravity lift.
it's like a writing thing, yeah?
Still operational.
Well, it's
That's
more
our
like
way back in.
specifically, like I'm targeting like video game production, but it can be a lesson applied to writing. And that is, if you only have a limited amount of time to work on something, do the beginning and do the ending, and then let the middle be the weakest part. Don't don't do the beginning and the middle and then let the ending suffer. Because you're always going to be creating an inferior product. Oh, I'm dead. I got shotgun.
People
The
generally
crash did
like
more damage than I
things
suspected.
that
Analyzing.
get better as time goes
Coolant
by.
leakage rate is significant.
Look, we knew what we signed on for. Kill me.
I mean, it's been happening, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh, I just got an achievement apparently.
What the fuck? Oh. Why was that hunter coming out of the water? I guess one of these guys is just my friend. Look at that.
So if you're
And we're all
frustrated
the way
seeing us
back
do this
here.
same section again and again, imagine how we feel playing it.
Yeah, now you know what it's like to play Halo 1.
Um,
I did it. We're
Yes!
done. 27 minutes. I'm
did,
actively being attacked by a
Should
flood.
be able to get into the ship's control room from here.
okay,
Hey, look
So
where we
just
are.
to
Does
cap-
this
yeah.
does this look fucking familiar?
it should. So anyway, to cap off that discussion, because now we'll finally have more to talk about, I brought that up because that entire segment is like, hey, we know the second half of this game is weak, so we'll just make it really difficult, right? And then people will be like, oh, it's good, because it's hard.
Yeah, we'll inject a sense of
The Covenant battle
accomplishment
net is
by
a mess.
finally.
I can't access the ship's schematics. My records indicate that a shuttle bay should be here.
Yeah, don't worry, Cortana. We've played the third level of this video game before.
We know where the shuttle bay is.
Hey, look, there was a popping man right around the corner.
Isn't that great? Look, they did it. That's not even. What is that? That's like what? 8 feet? 9 feet? Like.
No, the. Oh, look, it's the.
Look,
It is
the
literally
corners.
the same room. There's
flood are
there's a
gathering
thing
bodies.
there.
They haven't
there's-
even moved the wraith.
I think
So,
you can
yeah,
maybe
it's-
get in that ghost this time.
It's
But
it's funny, right? Because when I replayed this recently, right? When I originally played it, I honestly thought that this ship was supposed to be the Truth and Reconciliation,
you
right?
can't get in the ghost. It's an
Yeah.
object.
I thought that this was actually supposed to be the Truth and Reconciliation again, right? And then we replayed it recently, and I was actually shocked that the dialogue leading into this mission implies that it is a completely different ship.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, well, you know, it's the same class
The
of
Covenant
ship.
battle
You know,
net is a
surely
mess. I can't
you-
access
they have the
ship's
same
schematics.
layout.
My records indicate that
That-
a shuttle bay
okay.
should be here.
that doesn't make it better. It still has the same layout. It's the same level we've done before.
Well, here's the thing. It's a big ship that has the same layout because they're all made the same way, but we don't even go through different areas.
No,
Like, these are the exact same hallways.
it's
They
the
don't
exact
even, like,
same
they've got all
hangar.
these...
Look, in the
They've got
corners.
all these locked doors.
The
They don't
flood are
unlock any
gathering
of them,
bodies here.
right? Like, it's not good. So yeah, look over there. The flood are piling bodies in the corner.
Oh yeah, so cool. Whatever. I don't give a shit. They're gonna infect them later. The thing is, like, why bother to do the they're gonna infect them later when we know they can take them over instantly?
Well, we actually don't, because they don't do that until the second game.
No, that man just simply despawned.
I'll take the shotgun. Just like that. Maybe I'll actually stand a chance down
Can't go
here.
that way. Oh, right,
So
we
you
have to
drop down, and yeah, there's a
Oh, wow.
popcorn man waiting for you. Yeah.
We traverse a different way than before. We go down a hole instead of another fucking ramp. Hey, look, things.
Yep. Bungie love this round a corner into a popcorn man trick in the first game. They do it enough that I feel like maybe it's some kind of inside joke. Chain
reactions.
reactions.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah, oh, yep, just enemies coming out of the ceiling, nothing to do about it.
Except die. Take that shotgun right now. Go, I'll cover.
I can't,
Oh, never
I
mind.
got stuck.
Awesome. This is such a good level.
And like,
It's not.
this isn't really something you can get better at, right?
Looks
Like,
like
there's
another
no
shuttle.
get
No.
good. It's
We
just
should be able
like,
to
No.
reach the
be in the
third
right
level.
place to not get trapped.
This is a very legitimate display of artificial difficulty.
Order, soldier. Now pull out.
See,
He's
look, he even
delirious.
says it's
in
an order
pain.
this
We
time.
have to find him.
Like,
Cortana, you're clearly experiencing some sort of malfunction. You hear an order from a superior. You're very superior. The ship you served on, you ran, and you're like, oh, he's delirious.
it's... yeah. But anyway, same stage, same crap. Artificial difficulty. Yeah, that's not good.
I thought I was stuck, but I wasn't.
But yeah, people equate hard game with good game because if a game is hard and you beat it, you're good. It's a mindset that carries over from the arcades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although nowadays it's more of a like PvP games are big. So if you're good at video games, you're good at beating other people.
Yeah.
But in single player games, difficulty is a mark of quality. But here's the thing: here's a dark, dirty secret, dear viewer. Right? Difficulty isn't what makes a video game good. Challenge is.
Yep. Challenge
Right.
and design.
And here's the thing: challenge is something that varies from person to person. So, what's challenging for one person might be insurmountable for another. That's why difficulty options exist, right? So people can take things at their own pace.
Now, continuing this difficulty discussion is getting... Oh, right, this fucking place.
Yeah,
Is getting a little too close to inviting a certain discussion that I don't want to have right now.
okay.
So I'm going to
right.
put a stop to this topic because it's gone on long
Gotcha.
enough.
Gotcha. We'll circle back to it later. I just wanted to sort of, you know, put that out there. That's why people think that way.
This is poor design. This is...
Yes.
What if there were just too many enemies?
So turning around and saying you just don't like it because you can't beat it is a really silly thing to do because
Like, this is
Like-
obviously showing us it's poor design. And such as there's no good pathfinding. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go.
I think we're actually we've gone the wrong way. I think we actually need to go back and up. It's funny because we complained about like arrows, but here's the thing: this is actually the inverse problem because this is bad signposting, right?
Well, it's not just that. It's because all of these areas are so similar. You don't know if you're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going a different direction.
Okay, I think I got it.
Good work.
More popcorn men in a hallway. So, that's actually, yeah. So the Flood create problems with Halo's design, and I actually would really love to point this out. So sticky grenades, right? They're a lot of fun to use, the plasma grenades, but they're actually really terrible to use against the Flood, because the Flood run towards you.
Well, I mean, that's... Yes, but that's kind of something you have to take into consideration. Like, oh,
It is.
you know, you might not want to do that because they'll
Yeah.
do this. So, like, use frag grenades.
And
Not
something...
fucking having any.
Something doesn't have to be useful in every situation to be good, but it's one of those things where it's like, is that a deliberate concession? It's like, oh, you know, we'll make this enemy that runs at you, and you know, ooh, don't use plasma grenades or they'll charge you, or did they just not think about it at all, right? And that's just a byproduct of their design.
Also, we've seen so many Flood with shotguns.
Yeah. Well, shotguns are a good weapon to use against the Flood, so providing the player with shotguns is... Because remember, diegetic item placement. You have to get your shotgun on an alien ship. Why would the aliens have human shotguns?
Which is another reason Halo 2 is so much better with the enemies it introduced. Finding a way to give you shotguns in the later halves of the game, later parts of the game.
His vitals are fading. Please, Chief, hurry!
By having the brutes take them as trophies and then use them. I just, man, I really like the brutes in Halo 2.
Yes.
They're an excellent solution to a problem Halo had, which was low enemy variety and not much difference in tactics between what was there, despite the difference in like stature. Because really, what is the difference between an elite and a grunt, gameplay-wise? They're both targets that'll try to avoid your grenades and your projectiles from a distance, and like they'll run away if you shoot them too much.
Do the grunts have the panic thing in Halo 1? I think they do.
Yeah,
I think if you kill the elite, they panic. It's hard to tell because you just lay waste to your enemies in Halo 1. Like, a lot of the really memorable stuff about Halo 1 is, well, not a lot of it, but some of the memorable stuff you've actually got to kind of go out of your way to make it happen in the course of regular play.
Yeah. Are we going this way?
Yeah, we're going this way.
I have to pick up my own shotgun. Oh, you got my shotgun?
Oh, sorry. Well, I had like no ammo for mine.
That's fine.
Looks like another
So we got to stay up here.
Oh,
okay. We're all the way back here.
Level.
Yep. Because it only checkpoints you when you're safe.
I gave you an order.
Do we want to talk about checkpoints in video
delirious.
games? Just a
In
quick
pain,
little,
we have
hey,
to
good
find him.
checkpoints, bad checkpoints, or...
Halo does checkpoints. It's the first game that really introduced them in such a large thing. There's no way to manually save. When if you quit mid-mission, you'll respawn at the start of the mission in Halo 1. Other games introduced rally points. I think Halo 3 is the first one that did it. Maybe, I don't care.
Yeah, Halo 3 that had the actual, like, rally point thing. I think Halo 2 resumed you from checkpoints, though.
Possibly. I believe it did. Halo 1 might as well. I don't know. No manual saving. Halo as a series tries to checkpoint you when you are, quote, safe, which is like, you know, your shields are back up, there are no enemies around. It can lead to some interesting problems every now and then, such as not checkpointing you for multiple minutes at a time, because you're in an area where there are infinitely respawning enemies and you're trying to desperately push forward. Or this thing in Halo Reach, where I was safe from no enemies, but a projectile tagged me when I was low on health and had no shields and was just dying over and over.
That's pretty funny. So now we get to come back to the ongoing series. Oh wait, hold on. So now we get to come back to the ongoing series of Halo Ruined
Captain,
video
his
game.
vitals are fading. Please, Chief,
You're
hurry.
way more excited about that than I am.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so Halo doing checkpoints with no manual saving is something that other console FPSs and then other FPSs in general would adopt going forward. And that created everyone's favorite problem of, oh, bad checkpoints. Which is you're not getting checkpoints often enough, or you're getting checkpointed into a situation where you die. It's bad.
Say what you want to about, like, oh, but in Doom and Quake you can just, you know, quick save every corner. Yeah, you could. And if you screwed yourself, you had to live with it. But it was you who screwed yourself. Alright, we come to
Yep.
this part. Hey, this looks familiar. It's the same exact... What the fuck ever.
So gooey.
Have you seen Aliens?
I have seen
No
aliens.
human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them.
Maybe we should have fucking listened to him when he said not to come for him.
We can't let the flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do.
Master Chief is a problem solver. He's like, I need to get a neural implant
It's
from
done.
this
I have
captain.
the code.
I'm gonna break his skull open and take it
We
myself.
need to get back to the Pillar of Autumn.
And I mean, I
Let's
guess
go back
that's
to the shuttle
why...
bay and find a ride.
I guess that's why we did come here and ignored his orders, but like, what if Master Chief had been like, sorry, Captain, I can't just leave, we need your neural implants.
Well, you see, that would require Steve Downs to have been in the booth that day for more than an hour. That would also, you know, it's... The problem with me saying that is that they also could have just had Cortana say it.
Yeah. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Hey look, black fronts.
You'd be excused
chain
for not
reaction.
noticing them because they're not functionally different.
No.
Like, you can tell me they have more health. It doesn't matter. Like, it never seems to actually...
I'm dead. Yeah, it doesn't seem to affect the gameplay at all.
Okay, good, you are here.
Yeah. We...
Also, I guess it's a good thing that, like, the grunts can't be infected. It's only the elites and humans.
They're immune for reasons. Budget reasons.
Hey, that health pack was in the same exact position another health pack was earlier. So there's the fuel rod. It blows up. Fucking awesome.
So do you. Whee!
So, interesting, it looks like in Halo 1, the fuel rod gun did have a magazine, but in the multiplayer, it is battery powered.
We're probably gonna... Yep.
This is what I mean about the Flood ruining Halo. Like, everything about the combat system, taking your time and conserving your resources and, you know, taking risks with your shield, out the window. Out the window because you have to run. You have to run so the infinitely respawning enemies don't get you. You have to run so the Flood don't just melee you in the back constantly. It is so obviously a misreading of their own game design.
And it was also they could have their zombie twist, right? Like...
Perfect. Grab one of the escort banshees and we'll use it to return to the Pillar of Autumn.
Oh, shit. Alright, we're good. Chain reactions.
Just once again a reminder, in Halo 1 you can't actually rotate the camera around your co-op partner if you're waiting to respawn.
Aha! We did it!
There's the main theme again, for exciting things such as running through purple corridors.
At least we get the shortcut here.
Yeah.
Well, if if we don't get bashed by the elites.
Fuck you!
So that was that stage again.
Yeah.
See you next time, kids.
Yep, for another bad level.